There is one thing that never fails to make fans' hearts flutter. Whenever Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan are in the same place. The two figures who once ignited the phenomenon of the Untamed now seem to live in two different worlds, yet every glance, every smile, and even every small gesture between them still leaves a big question mark. And this time, everything came to a head when Yibo showed something he rarely shows: jealousy. Yes, the expression that had been hidden behind his calm face finally appeared in front of many people, and the fans knew it immediately. It started when Xiao Zhan attended a public event with several famous artists. He looked cheerful, friendly, and as usual, his charisma was hard to ignore. However, the sharp eyes of fans caught something else when Yibo was also present at the same moment. As Xiao Zhan laughed with his male co-star, the camera captured Yibo's gaze from a distance. It wasn't just looking, it was staring. The gaze was intense, sharp, and full of emotions that were difficult to define. Fans immediately summed it up in one word: jealousy. Yibo's face didn't change much, but from the way he took a breath, from how his jaw tightened slightly, and from the way he looked away as if trying to calm himself down, it was clear enough. He was holding something inside his heart, something he couldn't even hide in front of the camera. Wang Yibo is known as someone who is difficult to read. He rarely shows his emotions openly. But when it comes to Xiao Zhan, it's as if all the walls he has slowly built are crumbling. Their longtime fans know that Yibo always has a distinctive way of acting when he feels disturbed. He becomes quieter than usual, his eyes sharpen, and he often looks like he is thinking hard. That's exactly how he looked that day. Not only that, some people even noticed that every time Xiao Zhan talked to someone else, Yibo would reflexively turn his body towards them, as if he didn't want to miss a single second of what was happening. And when Xiao Zhan laughed, Yibo's smile appeared faintly, but it wasn't a happy smile. It was more like a smile that tried to hide his discomfort. For Zhan fans, moments like this were nothing new. They had been reading the body language of these two big stars for years, and the pattern was always the same. Wang Yibo could never quite take his eyes off Xiao Zhan. On various occasions, even in separate interviews, when Xiao Zhan's name was mentioned, Yibo's expression would immediately change. From a calm face to a slightly stiff one, from a relaxed gaze to a focused one. It's a natural reaction that cannot be faked. And now, at this public event, he showed his most human side: genuine jealousy. It wasn't explosive or dramatic, but it was real. Like someone trying to look normal when their heart is racing. Social media exploded. Hashtags such as #YiboJealousAgain, #ZhanMoment, and #YiboCan'tHide It immediately trended on various platforms. A short video clip showing Yibo's reaction went viral in just a matter of hours. Fans from all over the world began to analyze every second of the video, from the direction of his gaze, his hand movements, to how Yibo took a slow breath before looking away. Every little detail was meticulously analyzed, and almost everyone agreed. Yibo was jealous. Comments such as, "He really can't hide his feelings. Look at the way he's looking. It's not just a normal gaze. Yibo is always like that when Xiao Zhan is close to other people." Flooded social media. What makes it even more interesting is how Xiao Zhan seems to be aware of it. He doesn't say anything, doesn't look directly, but the small smile on his face feels like a secret signal. As if he knows that Yibo is watching him, and he deliberately lets the moment happen. Many fans believe that the two share a wordless understanding, something not everyone can comprehend. They don't need to speak loudly or show affection openly, because their chemistry speaks for itself. When Xiao Zhan smiles and Yibo stares silently, the world seems to pause for a moment. These two don't need much interaction to make everyone in the room feel that something deep is happening between them. No one knows for sure how they really feel. But one thing is certain: Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan's relationship is not an ordinary one. They have gone through difficult times, public pressure, and various rumors, but every time the world tries to separate them, they return to the same orbit. For fans, their relationship feels like a story that has yet to be written. There are wounds, there is love, there is silence, but there is also a bond that is too strong to ignore. And perhaps, Yibo's jealousy is just a reflection of how deep his connection with Xiao Zhan is. Yibo's jealousy doesn't come in the form of words. He doesn't need to say anything. However, through his gaze, his every movement, and the small expressions caught on camera, fans can feel it all. Yibo always has his own way of showing his affection. Sometimes he seems indifferent, sometimes cold, but when Xiao Zhan is around, the whole atmosphere around him changes. He becomes more alert, calmer, but full of pent-up emotions. Sometimes love doesn't need grand declarations. It just needs small moments, like a jealous glance accidentally caught on camera, but holding 1,000 meanings within it. For Yibo, Xiao Zhan is not just a coworker. He is someone who can make him laugh, but also someone who unconsciously stirs his emotions. And behind that jealous smile, there may be feelings that have never truly faded since the first day they met on the set of The Untamed. The love that once grew in silence now seems to linger between the spotlight and the camera. Maybe they can't say it, but the world already knows. There is something between them that cannot be explained by logic. Perhaps this is what keeps the fans going. Because every little moment like this is a reminder that no matter what happens, those feelings are still there. Yibo wouldn't react like that if he had completely forgotten Xiao Zhan. And conversely, the way Xiao Zhan smiled softly, the way he kept his distance but still gave subtle signals, it was all like an emotional dance that kept repeating itself between two people who still cared for each other but couldn't be honest. Jealousy is often considered negative, but in Wang Yibo's case, it was proof that his heart was still beating. Behind his calm exterior, there was someone who made him lose control for a moment. And that person was none other than Xiao Zhan. Perhaps they would never admit anything openly, but moments like this gave fans a glimmer of hope that the connection was still alive. That behind all the rumors, pressure, and distance, there were feelings that couldn't be hidden forever. And this time, the world saw it clearly. Wang Yibo couldn't hide his jealousy toward Xiao Zhan. A simple emotion, but real, and for some reason, it felt so beautiful.